Hello YouTube, Luke here, and time for my tournament report today. I came fourth. Today I went 4-1, and I went in with a prophecy deck today. It's a little bit different than the one I uploaded the other day, so I'll show you what it was to start with. Obviously, you got your still keeping the 3 High Priestess, obviously, and the 3 Spellbok Magician of Prophecy. I ran something different. I ran 2 Justice and 2 Temperance. Different. 2 Breaker, 2 Tragoedia, 2 Leviair, and 2 Maxx C. Those are monsters. And then there we are. For spells, obviously you got the 1, 2, 3 Spellbook of Secrets. I ran 2 Towers. I ran 2 Spellbook of Wisdom, 2 Spellbook of Power, 2 Spellbook of the Master, 1 Fate, 1 Life, 1 Eternity. Then I ran Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Pot of Avarice, Heavy Storm. I also ran 2 Wonder Wands, and they were actually pretty good all day. Especially if you summon this guy at first turn, Wonder Wand him, and just draw 2 new cards. It was pretty good. And of course, I still ran the 2 Threatening Rolls. And again, it's Daigusto Phoenix, Gachi Gachi, Zenmaines, Tentempo, Leviair, Pipilloperative, Dweller, Big Eye, Gaia Dragon, Hyper Librarian, Catastor, Black Rose, Scrap Dragon, Stardust, and Mist Wurm for the extra deck. And so, start off with the report now. First round, I played against a Dragon variant. Remember, the first thing I did was actually what I was saying before. I went Spellbok Magician of Prophecy, Wonder Wand him, and just set Tower and just summon Tower that turn. And first thing my opponent did was summon Montage Dragon, hit me for 5400 first turn. I thought, well, that's a very good start. Next turn though, it was Priestess on the field, and then I summoned another one a couple of turns later. Just controlled the game with Priestess. Yeah, actually just did that first game. Second game it was actually the same. I had 1 in my hand. I was able to summon straight away, and then I had used Temperance and summoned another one next turn and had 2 on the field too. Yeah, pretty good. Then round 2, I was up against Ninjas. I got off to a good start that one, even though I didn't go first. I was able to. He summoned Hanzo straight away, or Hanzo, however it's pronounced. And I used Leviair. I stopped it there. That was basically that's what happened actually. Yeah, I'm just trying to think now. Yeah, he was actually unlucky, if I remember, on both duels, because he just couldn't get any monsters. He was stuck with spell and traps all the time. Yeah, he was able to, I know, return a couple of my cards at one stage. Forgot the name of that card, but anyway, he had brought it out by using the one which discards a trap card. So he had Hanzo, that guy, and the other one on the field. He was able to return a few cards and do some damage to me at times, but I was able to get 2 Priestess on the field. Then second game, I just controlled with the Priestess again. As I said, he has just got spell and trap cards. He was unlucky, and that's just how it was. And well, for the third game, which was the best game I had, the 3 games I had anyway, I was up against Tragoedia, and it was a hell of a fight, that's for sure. First game was close all the way. In the end, I was able to basically, yeah, Prophecy was able to defeat me in the end. I was able to get rid of a Stardust Dragon, because I had Priestess and Spellbook of Power. I used Fate to send his back row back to his hand, and was able to destroy Stardust. Anyway, and let's see, I was going for a Gachi Gachi. Next turn, he actually torrentialed that one, so yeah, made a good play there. He had a couple of monsters in his field, and I T-rawed him. So I tried to overlay the Gachi Gachi, but yeah, he was able to. I mean, not try to. I was attempting to anyway, but he was able to torrential. But I was able to bring out another Priestess with a Monster Reborn next turn, and that's what won me the game. Second game, I was able to Maxx C him first turn, so he couldn't go all berserk. Let's see, turn 2 though, he just did the loop, and unfortunately I didn't get any help from Maxx C, even though I drew 4 cards on the first turn, but Maxx C didn't help me at all. That was just one of those bad hands I got. And I tried to counterattack. He was able to just withstand it and summon more. He made plays like returning, using Zephyros to add Red Ice Darkness Metal to his hand, summon a Phalanx, just get rid of the Phalanx to summon Red Eyes again, summon a Thunder Charger, summoned a Scrap Dragon. He had King of Tim and another one on and probably a Tefnut on the field if I remember correctly. He had 5 monsters on the field, or 2,000 attack points. That was the end of that game. Third game was one which went right down to the wire, and yeah, he went all the way there. Trying to think, how did we do this? I was able to. I think now. Priestess made a play again, but probably the key card was Threatening Roar. Yeah, we were going back and forth for a few turns. Threatening Roar is a card that basically won it for me, because he set up his big play, and I Threatening Roared him. Next turn, I was able to get rid of Stardust I used the Prophecy. The High Priestess, Spellbook of Power combo again to get rid of his Stardust. Then I used her. Then main phase 2, I used her effect to get rid of REDMD. I activated the Field spell to get rid of Ravine. The next turn he gets Ravine. And terraforming. I mean, I thought, bugger, and here we go again. He had mostly everything in the graveyard at the time. He was able to make a play. He got rid of my Priestess, and I was left with not much, but I was able to bring out Priestess next turn. And obviously I discarded. Yeah, and I got rid of the monster he had out at the time. Yeah, everything was in his graveyard at the time, so even though he got the Ravine back, he wasn't able to make a big play because everything had already gone by that time, unfortunately, for him, anyway. But yeah, I was able to summon a Priestess and destroy the monster, and yeah, attack the game. Yeah, and yeah, that was actually went into overtime in the end. I think we had like a turn each left or something. That's just how good it was. Because he was looping all throughout the last 2 games and was finishing really quickly before anyone else. And I was sort of doing the same thing. I was finishing quite quickly as well, and like we went into extra time. That's just how long it took us to get that far, because it was just such a good duel. But yeah, I was 3-0 after that, and yeah, it was a good one. I lost the next round to 6 Samurai. He made a good play first turn. He summoned Naturia Beast, and he had Shien on the field next turn. And that was kind of bad because I didn't have anything. I was able to I know I T-Rawed twice that game, but wasn't able to do much else after that. I had, couldn't use anything, couldn't use Priestess. I was able to, basically, I had Tower ready on the field, because I went first that game. So I was just able to just make him at least negate cards to use, so I could use Tower's effect and keep drawing into cards, but I just wasn't getting anything that helped me that game. Once he got the Shien on the field, that was basically it. Now, game 2 was kind of horrible for me because I just I drew all the ones I couldn't use. I drew. You got the ones I couldn't use. I got like Life in my hand. I had Fate in my hand and Master in the hand, and I remember I was able to stall. I had a Spirit Reaper in the side deck. I was able to stall for a few turns with that. He played. He had Macrocosmos on the field. I wasn't able to use my Wonder Wands on my monsters because I had the Wonder Wands as well, and I had a couple of monsters, but just wasn't able to use them. Fortunately, like I had both of them in my hand. I had a Prophecy, and a Temperance. Yeah, Justice and a Temperance. I had them. I had 2 Wonder Wands, but he Macrocosmos me, and I couldn't do anything after that. I was able to stall, as I said, for 4 turns with Spirit Reaper, but in the end he was able to destroy it with the Fiendish Chain. Yeah, that was game, that one, because he had, lots of monsters on the field. I wasn't really able to do much, but that's okay. Last round was up against Insectors. First game, I just got crushed first game. He just kept using Hornet combo. He had Centipede, Ladybug, etc. Kept popping Hornet. I wasn't able to do too much for that one. I won the second game. He wasn't able to do too much that time. I managed to get High Priestess on the field. I was able to control with that one. He didn't get the monsters they needed. He managed to get his Hornet in the graveyard, but he wasn't able to get any of his Insector monsters at the time. And what happened was time was up for the day. And so we just did this funny little tiebreaker where we shuffled each other's decks and just draw the top card to see who wins the duel. I was lucky. I guess I just got the luck of the draw that time and got the win from searching top card. That's what we did for a few duels today. A bit strange. It's strange though. Some people did the 5-turn ones. Some did this. I know it just depended on the day. But anyway, I went 4-1, came 4th, and this is what I got. I got a number 53 Heart Earth. There was, we went through an entire booster box. There was an ultimate pulled, and a Die Wolf as well. It was the last pack that was pulled in the end. Actually, well, once we finished with all the packs, they bought the rest of them, and yeah, the Die Wolf was picked in the end, So, that was pretty good for them anyway. What else did I do? I actually sold lots of Dragoedia stuff myself. Actually, I sold a few cards myself. And anyway, yeah, I had a good day anyway with this deck. It was a lot of fun to use. Might go back to my normal build. I think my normal build's a bit more consistent, I think. But I thought I'd just try something different today. Anyway, yes, that's it. So what's coming up next is I'll be heading off to Brisbane on Wednesday. And I'll be playing. I'll be there until April 3rd, and I'll be playing in quite a few tournaments there. There's a regional tournament on Sunday. I'll be using Mono Mermails for that one, and there's a few other tournaments down there. So yeah, we'll have more videos soon. See what happens. Anyway, I know I'll be making videos of every event that I go to down there, whether it be for this or something else. Might play some Vanguard as well, but Cardfight Vanguard. other than that, yeah, that's about it for now. So until next time, thank you all for watching and see you again soon.